Hello friends, I am C. Arun Tiwari, a practicing chartered accountant. And just to introduce, I have started this series with the name Being Entrepreneur, an end-to-end guide to start a successful business venture. And here I am putting all the steps which require to launch a successful startup, a successful business into 13 various steps. So I have already covered the 4 steps. I am going to talk now the next steps, and the step's name is being legally right. So first step I talk about the entrepreneur mindset. Second step I talk about planning a business. Third step I talk about the nature of the business, what kind of business legal status you should go, like you want to start as a company, as a private limited, as a partnership, as a proprietorship. Next step I talk about how to get the initial business funding, is the 4th step. And now I'm going to talk in 5th step, being legally right. So once you started, you decided your idea, you got the funding also, initial fund to start a business. Now there are some legal things we have to put in the place before you start working. Actually, after incorporating a company or incorporating a partnership and getting the initial funding, you can start your business. But there are some basic business legal documents, legal agreements which you have to keep into mind before you start your business. Without doing that, if you do that, there can be a legal exposure which can hurt you in later stage. So what are those legal documents which you have to make? That I'm going to discuss one by one. So number 1 document, I'm going to talk about your incorporation document. Already I have talked about that, like company formation. Then there are legal documents about company formation. You have to have one copy of all the legal documents which you have signed before launching a private limited company. If you have made a partnership, you should have a partnership deed drafted, signed by all people, notarized, and possibly registered. If suppose you are hiring a person, an employee, you should have an employee agreement. Especially if the employee is like manager, like a person who is very important to you. So you definitely do not want to get into any kind of legal trouble with him or any kind of misunderstanding. If somebody is working, suppose as a agent with you, you should have an agreement. Maybe the basic document which is called before any kind of agreement you reach. Suppose somebody want to take you are distributing some special maybe products, and somebody want to take dealership from for that product. So before you negotiate any term, whatever terms you are negotiating, you should make a memorandum of understanding. Dear friends, memorandum of understanding is not a legally valid document, but it is a base document on which you can draft the agreement letter. It will help you to avoid all the misunderstanding at the later stage when the final document is drafted. Even you want to get any kind of agreement, it's better if you understand the agreement is very important. At the time of meeting also, in a simple paper, you can make a memorandum of understanding, get it drafted, get it signed, and then on that basis you can have further. Suppose you are running a partnership firm. Another person comes and say that I want to join you as a partner. So when you are discussing all the terms, make a memorandum of understanding with the partner, and then that on the basis of that memorandum of understanding, you can get drafted then additional, you can get the person addition as a partner. You can make changes in the partnership deed. So these are some important things, like employee you are hiring, employee agreement. If you are hiring a director, suppose you are a private limited company or you are adding a new director, you should have a director appointment letter, and on that basis the director will be added to your company. So later, if any kind of dispute happen, you can simply pull out that appointment letter and you can show that boss, this was the things. Dear, daily I am as a practicing chartered accountant dealing with so much disputes also. It's very difficult sometimes. See, there is no problem till the time your business is not making money. Everybody is nice and kind, but once this business start making money, the situation and the relation goes out of toss, and that time these document works. So these documents is not for good days, these are for bad days. These are not when you are happy, you are going all along and everything is fine. These are for those times when you are not going all along with your partner, with your company, with your directors. That time all these legal documents are going to help you. That's why you have to take somebody's advice and consult somebody, maybe after 6 months, but try to do it as soon as possible. Don't drag it. Don't run the company without these documents. Don't expose yourself for all these legal costs, because you understand in India legal activities are not only costly, it's time consuming. It will exhaust you and it will finish your business as well. Because you understand, you started a partnership, all are well, all there are 4 partners. All of a sudden when the business start running, money started coming, somebody claims, no, I want more, or I want this term, that term. That times you should have a document where everything is mentioned, that this is your term, this is your profit ratio, this is the way of exit, this is the way of binding up a company. What if some partner do not want to work or want to discontinue, how you will settle his account. All these things should be mentioned and legally written, signed and documented, so that you should not have any problems. Even further you want to go for a website development, have a website development agreement. You want to share some information which is very secret, have a non-disclosure agreement. It's fine. These are steps which will discourage all the legal exposure. So even on the website, you have the legal documents like end user agreement, then users guidelines. All these things should be drafted. This will definitely save you a lot of money and time and frustration at the time when things goes wrong. Again, I'm saying the legalities, the legal documentation are not for good days, a happy days, a friendship days. These are when the friend become enemy, when people doesn't go as decided, when people become greedy, somebody become unreasonable. That time these all things are going to help you. So friends, just spend some time and some money, and you can contact some good advisor. Like you can contact me. I myself started 3 startups, and I find it very you can say very convincing. When you have all documents at your place, you also get disputes, but very easy to settle. So you can contact me also. You can put your queries, you can mail me, you can write, you can call me, and I will try to handle as many as queries you have as a startup. And I will recommend what are the bare minimum documents, legal documents you should get drafted, signed, and keep into your records for those days when the dispute may arise. This will definitely help you, your company, your venture out of all these legal troubles. Till that time, this is the only thing I want to share for today. Next video I will come with a new topic, new step, and I hope this till that time you might have find something which is reasonable, usable and practical. If you find this is really helping you as a startup, as a business owner, or as a new business venture starter, please share it with other people also who may be thinking to start their own business. They may be your friend, they may be your relative, there may be somebody in your network who is looking for you can say a good advice, partial advice from us. We are really happy to read and happy to help all those people, all those startup, all those entrepreneur by heart. And this is my you can understand, this is actually a social initiative. I am not looking to get a monetary benefit out of that, but it's a social initiative. Because you understand, I always say in all video, sharing is for caring, but we share something nonsense, garbage. Try to share this. This definitely can help somebody to achieve their dreams, and this can be a best way of social service for India, who is looking for more employment, where people are struggling to get employment. One company, one business gives at least 5 people employment, and that's how we are going to help this India. The big companies are not enough to give employment to all. So friends, this is my request. As a social service, you can understand, it doesn't take much time. Share with all those people you feel this can help, this can input their decision making, this can definitely guide them on certain issues. That's it for now. Thank you.